Country Cover Club is the new partner for Country Sports TV. If you type in Summerall 2, you get a £3 discount. Hello and welcome to Country Sports TV. As you've noticed, we've got a new little advert for Country Covers who we're now in partnership with. So if you'd like affordable country sports insurance and you put in the code Summerall2 when you log online, you'll get a £3 discount. Anyway, what we like to talk about today is I got a haircut. I think the wife has done a good job. You know, barbers aren't, we were told, going to be open tomorrow. So, I had to have it done. It was too long. It was scraggly. Longest my hair has ever been in my life. I can remember my dad saying when it used to get long, "Am I stepping on your hair, son? Get it cut." And yeah, I had it done. It was down to my mouth. When I brought it down, it came. It doesn't do that now. We had the dog clippers out. We've got some clippers for the dog. So I got done as well. So it's a bit tidier, and I hope got a bit of grey there. Not bad. Not, you know, I still got hair on the head. I'm not too worried. Just going a bit grey. It's all the worry. But more important things to talk about. What I'd like to talk about today is the mixed messages we're getting from shooting organisations around lead shot. And also, later on, we'll have a look at the Country Sports TV top 10 videos. Oh yeah, I got a top 10 video. And it's quite surprising, you know, which videos you watch. I've got no control over what you watch. I personally think that these are the best ones when I talk to the microphone. But, you know, I've got things to say. I've got things to impart on. So, anyway, let's see what the top 10 is in a minute. But first of all, the lead shot issue at the moment. We have a mixed message coming from our shooting organisations. At the beginning of the year, in February, 9 shooting organisations signed up to a voluntary withdrawal of lead for game shooting. They told us it's because the supermarkets can't sell lead shot game. Fact is, supermarkets are having problems selling game at all. Because people don't want to buy game. Yes, I know some of the organisations have been trying to promote game, but they're not gone very well. And I don't think shooting game with steel is going to give them any more sales. Now, if a shoot wants to do a deal with a supermarket to make sure that the birds are used, and the supermarket says, "I'd like them shot with steel," fair enough. If they want to make a contract between the two of them, that's their decision. But why should the ordinary shooter and the majority of us out in the field be forced to give up lead? Oh no, it's only a voluntary ban. You bet. You bet they put this through, then they'll put it through mandatory. You wait and see. They did it with wildfowling. The wildfowlers were asked to give up lead for a year. The next year they banned it because they agreed to it. Now we've got mixed messages now. The 9 organisations have signed up to this voluntary ban for game shooting. So if a supermarket and a shoot has a contract and they want steel shot game, let them do it and let's see if they sell any more game. That's the first thing. 1, lead should not be banned, mandatory, full stop. It is still the best material to use to kill a bird. Full stop. Steel is not as good as lead. Full stop. Fact. It's a scientific impossibility for steel to be as good as lead. Okay? You know, people say, oh, I've comments down here. I can shoot with steel, it's not a problem. Yes, it is. Steel is not as good as lead. I've proven it. I've done the tests. Guns were never designed. The English game gun was never designed to shoot steel. Guns are proofed with lead. They are not proofed with steel. I've made guns all my life. I repair guns. And I repair and make guns to shoot with lead. It's the best material to use. Steel shot is new. It's been brought in. I've never said it doesn't work. I've always said that it's not as good as lead. And that's scientific fact. You can't argue with that. But what it is become political. The animal rights people think they're having a go at us because they want to reduce the number of animals that are killed and the number of firearms in public hands. The government and some of the civil servants are quite willing to go along with this. Now, the mixed message comes now is that the Basque are now campaigning against a wider lead ban over wetlands. This is the proposal that is thought to have come from the EU. The EU it's sort of hinted that the EU is going to come out and put a lead ban within wetlands and waterways within 100 metres. Basque has come out against that. Now, this is where the mixed message comes in. How can you be asking for a withdrawal of lead on one hand and then against a lead ban on the other? It sends a mixed message. But the beauty is, if the decision is not made and we do not agree, which Basque now don't agree with a wider lead ban, the minister can't sign a statutory instrument. The lead ban for wildfowling was brought in using a statutory instrument. It means it doesn't have to go to Parliament. The minister just signs a piece of paper and it happens. That's it. Just signs a piece of paper and it becomes law. I've always said that if we're going to ban lead, we want an act of Parliament. We want it debated in Parliament. If all the shooting organisations got together and said, no, we want an act of Parliament, prove it, I don't believe there's enough scientific proof to ban lead. We know this because the Lead Ammunition Group met and didn't come up with a conclusion. There was a split decision. And there was 2 reports, conflicting reports done. So there is no scientific evidence to ban lead. The government at the time, under Liz Truss, as minister, told John Swift that unfortunately his case has not been proven. And they didn't ban lead. So we've already won the argument. So why are we still on it? Let's get back to shooting. Let's look after ourselves. You know, we got enough to worry about with the lockdown and not being able to do anything for months. And people's jobs. You know, people's jobs in gun shops and gamekeeping. You know, and fishing and shooting, everything, hunting. You know, let's concentrate on doing what we know best, and let's stop bloody trying to ban lead all the time. It's only to control shooting. I'm supposed to do this. I ought to sound like a DJ. Yay! In Country Sports TV Top 10 Videos. In at number 10. General License Video number 1. Hello, I'm Ian Summerall. I'm keen pigeon shooter and decoyer. Author of The Art of Decoying Pigeons and Corvids. I'm told it's the only book that deals with decoying corvids. Interesting. I wrote for Countryman's Weekly and for Gunmark for many years, and I put all the articles together and produced a small book to help newcomers to our sport. Unfortunately, as you no doubt are well aware, as from 12 o'clock tonight, the general licence that is issued by the government to allow us to shoot pigeons and crows has been removed. Yes, it's been revoked by Natural England after a court case which never happened. They were threatened with a court case by Chris Packham and Mark Avery from a group called Wild Justice, which is a new group that's been set up by the two of them. And what they want to do is basically stop us shooting. At number 8 and 9 was also videos about the general licence, but at number 7 is the general licence video number 3. Oh, everything's changing slowly. Now, a friend of mine said, oh, we're all right now, we can go crow shooting. Licence has been issued by English Nature. So I had a look at the licence. The licence is for carrion crows only. Everybody's got to be careful what's happening now. The licence is GL26, and it allows you to take and kill carrion crows. This is, I think, to help gamekeepers out and farmers out whose lambs are being taken by carrion crows. I think that needed to be done first. But you've got to be careful. This doesn't cover rooks and it doesn't cover jackdaws. We've been doing well. We've got up to number 7. We've got another general licence one coming up later in the chart. In at number 6, I was repairing a flintlock pistol in the workshop, so I did a little video on it. That comes in at number 6, and that's got 9,800 views. I asked the customer how he got this, and he told me he bought it and all the parts were in a bag. He said that I was the expert. I wouldn't know how to put it back together. Well, I've been doing these jobs for years. When I was an apprentice, when I was at Crushington's in Bath, we had a part-time retired gentleman by the name of Dick Chapman. And Dick Chapman was an expert on antique firearms. And he would repair, make new cocks, make a whole cock, like that, from scratch, and chop top jaw and screw. As I was an apprentice, I used to have to cut the steel out of solid and drill the holes for him, and then rough it out, and he would come down and finish it off. And as my apprenticeship went on, as time went on, I was then making the chop jaw screws, and then I was able to make the top jaws, and then as time went on again, I then started making the cocks myself, and actually make a cock like that out of solid steel. Start off with a block, file it up.
In at number 5, working lurchers. I think people like watching dogs work. You know, the videos have done very well. And this one has 20,000 views. Well done.
Good girl. As you can see, she's quite young and bouncy. But what I'm going to try and show you, she's only done this weekend. Unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, I lost one of my dogs that used to come out ferreting with me. So we're trying to train this dog to do the same as Mark. Because if I go out ferreting on a Sunday morning, there's holes and you set all these nets up and nothing bolts. It's a waste of time, isn't it? So we take these dogs along and they've got really good noses. Luna, she's waiting for me to go out there. She's done this before. Hang on. Right, let's do this properly, young lady. So, there's a berry here with nothing in. She'll sort of walk around it with me, she's not that bothered. Let's see what her body language does when she can smell something in there. There's a rabbit skin in there. Can you see what she's doing? She's standing there, she's marking, she's not moving. So when she did this on a Sunday morning, I'll think, right, there's rabbits down there, get the ferrets in. And as soon as you put the ferrets in, of course, what happens? A rabbit bolts. And off she goes. And she retrieves it. Very quickly, good girl, yes. You need to slow down, kid.
And in at number 4 was the government revoking the licence for pigeon shooting and corvids. Brilliant video. 21,000 views on this one, and it's still climbing.
I've just had a phone call from a customer of mine, a very keen pigeon shooter. He says, did you know that the government have revoked the general licence for shooting pigeons as from Thursday? So, this morning I've done some digging around. I'll put a link to the government website where the news was released. We found all sorts of things out overnight. It turns out that Chris Packham, oh yeah, our best friend, yes, Mr. Chris Packham, has put a court case in that said that the general licence was made illegally. Therefore, the government have had to revoke doing it. Don't understand why. I haven't really got to the bottom of that yet. The thing is, what happened was when the EU brought in the bird directive, which protected all birds, for us to be able to shoot pigeons and crows and magpies, they brought in the general licence. So they brought in the licence to allow us to do it. Now this goes back to the EU law and British law, and even involves Brexit, believe it or not.
In at number 3, the flintlock and wheel lock. Another video from the workshop. I was repairing a flintlock pistol, and I've also started building a wheel lock. I'm still building the wheel lock, but we'll do another video on that later. This is in at number 3, and that's got 22,000 views.
And this would have been done 1800s, 1820s. This lock would date back to round about 1740, 1760. And the other thing we're doing in the workshop, just as
that some of you might find interesting, is we're building a wheel lock. I fitted the pan of the lock. This all comes as castings. The same company that did the flintlock cock that was made from a casting. That's the bridle for it. I'll put it on the right way around. That's the bridle for it that goes on there. Got a spindle in there. We're missing the mainspring. I haven't got that one yet. The guy that cast them cast the stuff up together so I could take this to the Midland Game Fair and start building it and making it up. That's the pan cover.
And that leaves us with 2 left. Number 2 and number 1. Number 2 is how to plough. I was at a ploughing match and the guy was explaining it to me. I said, look, would you mind explaining it on the video so that I can show what they're doing and explain, you know, the ploughing? And it was brilliant. He explained it ever so well. And that's got 340,000 views. Well done.
Neatly. Must be covered in.
And your son was saying he wanted the first 4 furrows done. Is that how you start off all ploughing?
Yes. On arable ground, you always split out. On grassland, you are sometimes allowed to just plough it in. But we don't get grassland. We've got a job to get stubble ground. But he has done particularly well, although I wouldn't tell him so at this stage, because the next pitfall is after you've come down and gone up with your 2 main furrows, putting it on the middle mound, you then have to go round again, and the pitfall is that you have a job to match your strikeout, to match the first 4 furrows up 2 and 2.
Yeah, because it's all got to be level.
It's got to be level. As a judge, and I've been a judge now many years, you should be able to lay one of these poles across the ploughing and it should touch all the furrows. In other words, you haven't got a high top or a low top in the back. It must be level. And Paul, fortunately, he's very experienced as well. He's a ploughing judge as well.
And in at number 1, Country Sports TV, most watched video is the Shetland Pony Grand National. Absolutely brilliant. This was filmed at the Game Fair, and it is absolutely incredible little show. Those little horses, the little legs are going round. Absolutely brilliant.
You can see them beginning to get enthusiastic. They're anticipating the start. There is Joe Akehurst with the flag up and turning sideways on. They're all going sideways on. There they go, and they're underway. And it looks like into the lead is number 24. This is, oh no, correction, it's been overtaken by number 7. Number 7, you can infuse self to them. And in the lead at the moment is Sid Macaulay, just in the lead, closely followed. And I can't see the number behind. I think it's, anyway, 3rd place is Digby Shepherd. In 4th, it's number 9. And this is Elisa Herman. Number 8 now in the lead. In the lead is Robbie Bell. Robbie Bell has taken the lead at the moment as they turn around the corner to the last 2 hurdles. He's in the lead in riding Maharan beeswax in the blue and white. Just behind him is number 24. Number 24 is Digby Shepherd as they come to the finish. Well, it looked like number 8 was first, and that was going to be Robbie Bell. I think in 2nd place was Digby Shepherd. And then we'll just get the confirmation of those results the rest of in the next few moments.
And that is the Country Sports TV Top 10 videos. Please keep watching. Please subscribe. Please share any videos you like. The more that we can get the information out on what's happening in the countryside out to other shooters, the better. If you're on a Facebook group or on any of those social media sites, Twitter or Instagram or whatever, share the videos on there. We're in this fight together,
And the only way we can do it is, we say by word of mouth, but this is by word of click. Click and share. And we can win. Ian Summerall, Country Sports TV, signing off. Country Sports TV is campaigning to save our lead shot. And as such, we've produced a number of items that you can buy to help raise money to run a website and to help me do the videos. We've got a camo hat for Country Sports TV if you want to go pigeon shooting. We've got a Save Our Lead Shot camo hat. We have a blue Save Our Lead Shot baseball cap. And you can also choose 6 other colours if you go onto eBay. We also have a mug in 2 sizes. It's got Country Sports TV on the front and then Save Our Lead Shot on both sides. Added to this, we've now got an enamelled mug, and very good quality one for Save Our Lead Shot. There is a donation in the price for the Save Our Lead Shot campaign. And what we're going to do next is we're going to produce some button badges. Save Our Lead Shot button badges. It's not worth me selling one at a time, because I'm going to have to charge you 70 or 80 pence postage. And they're only £2 each. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to produce them in 5s and 10s and put them on eBay. And if you buy 5, you can sell 4 of them to your friends and get some of your money back. Thank you very much for helping sponsor me. I can't do this on my own. And if anybody would like to help the campaign, please let me know. Message me on Facebook on the Save Our Lead Shot page, or message me privately on Facebook. No problem at all. Ian, Save Our Lead Shot campaign through Country Sports TV, saying thank you very much for your help.